chatting because we have 3 more minutes.
So we're just up here having little jokes about saying, we should start by me just, moving my mouth and saying nothing, and then you'd have to tell me I'm on mute. Because I couldn't remember since the day was. But then it turned out I was sitting here trying to figure out how to turn it on, and everybody's like, it's on. It's on. So I'm used to having to try to figure out how to do it. Welcome, everyone. My name is Julie Funk. I have the privilege of being the Dean of the University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine. And I just want to welcome you here on behalf of the faculty, staff, and inaugural class. We're so pleased to welcome you to the college and to the profession. Welcome, Vet Cats, Class 2. Reminiscing a little bit. This is a really significant milestone in your career. You won't forget today. You won't remember what I said. That's okay. But you won't forget today and the way you feel about starting your journey in your veterinary career. You've dedicated yourself to a pursuit of making the world a better place through the health and well-being of animals. You've earned the right to be here. You belong here. Again, welcome to this profession. We consider you colleagues today. You are members of the veterinary profession. I also want to bring forward that no one accomplishes anything alone. On your journey here, friends, families, and mentors have supported you. Many of those people are fortunate enough to be able to be here with us today, either in person or maybe joining us online. I'd like to ask the class of 2024 to stand and acknowledge those family members, friends, and mentors that have supported you to get to your accomplishment here today. I'd also like to extend my gratitude to our class's posses and those people who have supported them here. They still need you. So I'm going to thank you in advance for the support you're going to continue to give them as they make this transition into a professional program. It feels a little shaky at first. They've got it, they're gonna have it, but thank you in advance for being there for them as they start to navigate this big change in their life, as they start upon the path in the profession. The next thing I want to do is welcome Dr. Alberta Arvizo up to the microphone to provide our land acknowledgement. Dr. Arvizo.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. All right. Native Americans in the class of 2024, would you stand at this time, please? Okay. I am Navajo or Dene. In my Navajo clan system, my introduction is Hatsoy Nishen, Toyhidlini Bashashin, Navish Dajabashache, Khalisani Dashanala. Le ha Nevekeya, Ayamba Toholiedo, Ayisichike, Adeoshike Holo. We respectfully acknowledge the University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine is on the land and territories of indigenous peoples. Today, Arizona is home to 22 federally recognized tribes, with Tucson being home to the O'odham and the Yaqui. Committed to diversity and inclusion, the university strives to build sustainable relationships with sovereign Native nations and indigenous communities through educational offerings, partnerships, and community service. We are proud to welcome you to the Southwest and region. Because we are UA College of Veterinary Medicine, I also want to acknowledge creatures, great and small, that also live on this land. Native Americans, in this class, you may sit down. I welcome you to the lands of our people and really hope that you enjoy this time, this convocation. I am very proud of all our members of the class of 2024. It's an honor to be here with you and to be able to share this time with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Arvizo. Another wonderful thing about joining the veterinary profession is the opportunity to be engaged in professional organizations, to advocate, to advance yourself and advance the profession. And we're really pleased today to welcome to the stage members from the Arizona Veterinary Medical Association, and for them to welcome you to the profession and share with you some aspects about the Veterinary Medical Association in Arizona. So I'd like to welcome forward Dr. Karen Wesley, and Dr. Lauren Thomas.
Good afternoon, University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine, class of 2024. My name is Dr. Karen Thomas. most wonderful professions in the world, but also this community. It's a small community, and but we have big impacts. So the Arizona Veterinary Medical Association has had a wonderful relationship with the University of Arizona even before the College of Veterinary Medicine existed. So it is an opportunity, if you guys know anything about associations, it's an opportunity for you to understand why it's essential for you to participate in your profession, in the profession that you guys have elected to start your career today. So obviously, you guys are getting focused very shortly on academics, clinical proficiency very shortly. You're gonna seem like the 3 years go very quickly, but once you enter this world of practice, you'll find that your connection to your veterinary is gonna be one of your greatest assets. So we believe that veterinary medicine is a cause worth advancing. We also know that if we don't speak for ourselves as veterinarians, somebody else will take our voice and our profession will run the risk of being diminished by forces that we should be able to control ourselves. So the Arizona Veterinary Medical Association helps us do this in many different ways. So just to give you a little history, I sat on the board of directors as the recent graduate representative, then I got voted in as a director, and then got voted in as an officer, and then now as the president. So I've witnessed and participated in many battles that have been fought to preserve our profession by veterinarians who volunteer their time to make sure our voice is heard. So I know the association has vast resources that are available to veterinarians for personal and professional development. And you guys as students can access this now. So one of the benefits we have for students is a mentorship program to pair you with a veterinarian who can serve as a resource outside your school. Because I know your school is going to do that for you as well. So if you guys are interested, let us know. There's no obligation, but it is definitely something where we have resources to welcome you into this community. It's a wonderful community, and we are so happy that you guys are in it. So definitely let us know, but we are very overjoyed to welcome you into the greatest profession in the world, and we wish you every success during your academic years and hope you invite us along on your journey. So with no further ado, I'm going to introduce Dr. Karen Wesley, and she's going to speak with you guys next. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone. My name is Dr. Karen Wesley. I'm the Tucson representative for the AZVMA, and I am a relatively recent graduate, not too far away from where you guys are right now. I currently work as a small animal practitioner in town, and I recognize a couple of faces in the crowd already, but I really do hope to get to know some more of you on an individual basis. Like she said, we're a resource here for you, so feel free to catch me when things are done here. I'd love to meet you, and I'd love to be around for you. Before we talk a little bit more about the AZVMA, I was asked to actually talk a bit on the topic of imposter syndrome. And if this is something that you haven't heard of, if you are not already acquainted with this term, I promise you that unfortunately you probably will feel the weight of it very soon. So what is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is the feeling that you're here in this room by mistake. It's the feeling that you're in over your head. It's thinking that you're not truly skilled, qualified, prepared, or smart enough to be here. But yet you are here, somehow, and it's feeling like a fraud, like you're surrounded by a group of people that are out of your league. It's not necessarily the fear of failure, but it's the fear that you'll get by with a little bit of luck, and one day someone will see the real you and discover that you don't belong. And this is a topic that really hit home for me when they asked me to speak on this. It's definitely something that I've struggled with as a recent graduate, and I'll get to that in a bit. But first, I wanted to share with you guys a little bit more. So I once heard a speaker that said the most successful relationships, referring to romantic relationships, the most successful relationships exist when both individuals feel the other partner is out of their league, which I might argue is a form of imposter syndrome. My first thought upon hearing this was, are you sure? That really doesn't sound like a healthy relationship to me. However, this speaker is not talking about both parties suffering from constant anxiety and insecurity. We all know that insecurity is not at the foundation of a healthy relationship. So how can imposter syndrome in a relationship be a good thing? Well, if you allow this feeling to motivate you, it can foster constant humility, which I think is key, and it can motivate you to be the best you possibly can for the other in that relationship because you're just so grateful to be here. It's exactly that I hope you feel in your relationship with veterinary medicine. I hope you feel grateful and maybe just a little surprised to be here sitting in this room, but I also hope that you feel inspired to show the world just how much you do belong, because you do belong here, each and every one of you. I still remember sitting at my own convocation ceremony, which was, weirdly enough, eight years ago. One of our teaching clinicians, who happened to be kind of a celebrity on Animal Planet, very intimidating, stood in front of our class and shared facts about our student demographic. He noted that amidst our class, we had multiple students who had already earned their PhD, a student who had launched and sold a successful tech business, even a former Olympian. And the speech was supposed to make us all feel special, to make us feel like we were part of this massive, aspiring group of individuals. Yet I sat there feeling incredibly uninteresting and unimportant, and asking myself what the heck I have been doing for the last 24 years of my life, and how did I sneak in here? In fact, this feeling of imposter syndrome started well before this point for me. I was an undergraduate student here at the University of Arizona, bear down, finishing my vet sci degree in 2013. And I loved college. I spent a ton of time involved in student government. I worked a lot at a not so impressive job in the student union. And sure, I had volunteered in the animal world here and there, but I did not spend a lot of time working in the veterinary field overall. I distinctly remember sitting in a class my senior year with all the other vet sci majors, hearing about their impressive work as ER technicians, or growing up in their mom's vet clinic for years and years. And I convinced myself that I just didn't belong, and I froze. I actually went home and I pulled my veterinary applications and convinced myself that vet med was not for me, because I did not feel I was good enough when everyone else around me was. Fast forward to sitting in that convocation ceremony a few years later, and those feelings came right back. I felt them again with each passing milestone when I started my most recent job, when I was nominated for the AZVMA Board of Directors. No matter what compliments or accolades I received, I still felt it. And the only time I haven't felt imposter syndrome recently was when I was asked to speak all of you on imposter syndrome. That I felt like I could do. So that was, yeah, I got that. The difference between Karen, though, who was about to graduate from undergrad, panicking and pulling her applications, and the Karen sitting in Colorado State's Grand Ballroom for her own convocation ceremony, was that I learned how to turn my imposter syndrome into the driving force for my success. Imposter syndrome does not go away when you finally start veterinary school, when you pass your first test, and certainly not when you graduate. In fact, you will likely feel the weight of it hit you with a new punch each time you enter into a new role. Each new taste of responsibility will likely make you feel somewhat like an imposter, at least at first. But I hope this feeling is something that pushes you forward rather than something that brings you down. The most successful people are the ones who feel imposter syndrome most heavily. But the most successful people don't freeze in place and allow this insecurity to cripple them. Rather, they harness it as a force for good, not necessarily questioning themselves and if they belong here, but frequently questioning their own ideas, asking for advice, being humble, and pushing themselves to learn and be better each day. So with that, I'll leave you soon here with a mantra. The words of arguably the most wise woman of our time, my mom, who's watching this on television. This is something she would tell me each time I expressed my own worry that I didn't belong in vet med, especially when I was in school. She would say, just keep showing up until someone tells you that you can't anymore. So if you're feeling imposter syndrome, embrace it. We all feel it. You're going to continue to feel it, but learn early on how to use it to motivate you to work and work hard. Oh, and surround yourself with people who remind you how uniquely valuable you are to this profession, even if you feel as uninteresting as I felt in that ballroom in 2013. I believe AZBMA's mentorship program is designed to help you find those people. This program offers students the chance to be paired with an experienced AZBMA member who's a veterinarian, usually locally, and it gives you access to someone who's been through it all, someone to be in your corner as a resource right away. So if this is something that you're interested in, it is my job to tell you to see Savannah, who is there, that lovely lady right there, maybe your hand, for an invitation card to register for the mentorship program at the end of this ceremony. So thank you so much for your time, and endless congratulations to you all.
Hi, I'm Lauren Thomas. I'm also a local veterinarian here in Tucson. I practice small animal medicine. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all so excitedly to this profession. My heart is so excited for you guys here today. I may not remember exactly what this day felt like. It was a while ago. But I can just kind of feel the excitement that you guys are bringing today. I did want to talk a little bit about the AZBMA, what a great association they are, and how they helped me through some of the hardest times in my life. I want to talk to you a little bit about burnout. And again, if you hadn't heard of that, you will, or maybe you've already experienced that. But it's definitely pervasive in our profession, but in many professions as well. The Mayo Clinic defines that as a state of physical or emotional exhaustion that involves a sense of reduced accomplishment and loss of personal identity. So I felt all those things, but I couldn't pinpoint why I felt those things. And it wasn't until I read the definition from another veterinarian, Beth Davidow. She writes the Veterinary Idealist blog. She defines it as emotional and physical exhaustion we feel when we don't have control over the things that cause us stress or frustration. I certainly felt much better connection to that definition because what I was living through at the time was a job that I didn't have control over, technicians that I didn't get to hire, practicing medicine at a level that I didn't feel was appropriate. And it's a sad place to be. You get very frustrated, you feel like you're ineffective, and that may happen to you someday. But I'd like to give you some tips that I felt were very advantageous to me to get over that time in my life. I decided to take a very active role in my own self-care. And when people hear self-care, they think pedicures and manicures and massages. Those are all fantastic. Trust me, I love them. And who doesn't, right? But they're not the only thing. Probably the most important thing that I did for my self-care was to delve deeply into personal development, to look into my true values and my core beliefs and what that meant to me and how I could bring that to everyday practice, how I can bring that into my job that wasn't so great at the time. Unfortunately, I realized that it wasn't, something I could bring to my job at that time. And so it gave me the power to realize that I needed to set up better boundaries, and that boundary meant that I had to leave that job and look for other jobs. But I found an amazing practice that I love to work at. And so I urge you, when you get out into practice, if you're not feeling it, look somewhere else. You will find your home. You will find your veterinary home that you will love to be at every day. I also took a personal interest in meditation recently because, as we all have felt, this last year has been particularly tough with the pandemic. And I will tell you that my burnout reared its ugly head once again when I was triple booked and was seeing constant patients who were sick and having to deal with the stresses that the owners were feeling as well. So, as you all know, this year's been tough. So, what I did is I had to reestablish some boundaries for myself. I realized I'd let them fall. So making sure that you're taking great care of yourself is very important, not only at this time when you're so excited and everything's fun, but as you get into practice and things maybe aren't so fun anymore. Meditation is a great way to get through that. It has helped me to calm myself and move through the day and pause when I've needed to take a moment to reflect. The other big thing that's helped me, of course, as I mentioned before, was the AZVMA. I did get the wonderful opportunity to be involved with that association as a board of directors member. And what that meant for me was actually becoming more involved with my local veterinary community, which I had felt so separated from. And so again, community is going to be a big part of outreaching to others to get through those stages where you just feel like you can't take it anymore. So the AZVMA helped me to understand how important it is to have a close connection with veterinarians in our community, and help me realize what an amazing association that they are and how much they do for us as veterinarians. The most amazing thing that I learned through my time with the AZVMA is how involved they are in the legislation that goes to the state, where our state legislatures can create laws that will affect how we get to practice day in and day out. And I had no idea, I never really thought of that before. So I urge you to think about what kind of things, could affect your practice of veterinary medicine as you join our wonderful profession. And basically, we're there advocating for ourselves, for our profession. And we've been able to defeat some very tough bills recently that have really affected how we could have practiced. We defeated 2 bills, one that would have allowed for damages for pain and suffering. That could severely impact how we treat each patient, how we go into each exam room, how we communicate with those owners if we have that fear of possible litigation in the future. But we were able to defeat that, and I think that's amazing. Another bill that we defeated was a bill that would allow titer testing to be used as proof of immunity to rabies virus instead of actual vaccination. In the United States, we've eradicated canine rabies virus due to our strong vaccination policies and laws. And since it's a virus that basically it's 100% fatal 100% of the time, having dogs that aren't protected and could risk public health is a huge issue. Most important to our profession, because we're out there advocating for the health of our pets and the public health at large. So it's so important that you get involved and you stay involved. And I urge you all to take the excitement that you feel today and put it into every day of your practice from here on out. I urge you to take great self-care of yourself, because you deserve to be the best that you can be for everyone, including your loved ones, including your coworkers, who you'll spend more time with than your loved ones. But I urge you to just keep learning, keep loving, and enjoy your time here. Thank you.
Thank you all for sharing your experiences and giving great examples of what the benefits are of being part of a professional organization, the Arizona Veterinary Medical Association. Thank you. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce to you one of the newest members of the college, and we're very glad to have him join us. Dr. Alex Ramirez is our Senior Associate Dean for our Academic Programs and Faculty Affairs, most recently joining us from Iowa State University's College of Veterinary Medicine. Dr. Ramirez, we come forward.
I too value the importance of being a member of these associations. So even though I've only been here 6 weeks, I'm already a member of the Arizona Vet Association because we recognize the importance of what they do in keeping the value of what we do as veterinarians in the state and in the nation. So that's a very important voice we must always have. So it's truly a pleasure and honor to be with you today and have the privilege to speak to you. First of all, a big thanks, as Dean Funk mentioned, to all those parents, spouses, significant others, children, friends, for being here to help be part of this very special moment for the class of 2024. To the class of 2024, welcome, not only to the University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine, but to what I truly believe is one of the greatest professions on earth. This is a moment your dream is becoming reality. Wow, what a special moment, right? And we were talking back here, a lot of us kind of remember this part very clearly, but we might not remember the first day of classes, right? And because of that big momentous. Many of you have been dreaming about this for a long time. You're 110 of the luckiest students out of, I think, 1,550 who applied, who are now part of our class of 2024. But wait, are you really lucky? To be honest, it's not luck. Let me say that again. It was not luck that you got here. It is you, and it is your deliberate actions that have opened the doors for you. You deserve to be here. It is your hard work and dedication that did open these doors. Don't question it. Own it. We just got done watching this 2020 Summer Olympics from Tokyo, right? Yes, we're living in very special times when it's actually 2021, but we had the 2020 Olympics, right? And there was no people in the crowd, very challenging for our athletes. And I'm sure you all have your favorite events, things you watched. Wow, the accomplishment of those athletes are phenomenal. It was amazing, the talent and skills, right? Every year, they seem to break the records, no matter how tough they appear to be. They have those jaw-dropping performances, and sometimes it's done just by the big names that we all hear before the Olympics. Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, Jesse Owens, Jackie Johnny Kersey, Allison Felix, Simone Biles, Katie Ledecky, Caleb Dressel. And I can just keep on listing these names we all recognize, right? But then there's the others, the unexpected champions. For the 2020 Olympics, we have Lamont Marcel Jacobs from Italy that won the 100-meter gold dash. Nobody saw that coming. We have the 17-year-old Alaskan Lydia Jacoby winning the 100 breaststroke gold. Bobby Finke from the U.S. who came behind and in the last 50 meters of the men's 800 meter freestyle winning race pulled it off to win gold. And again, I could keep on going. But really, it's not about them. We're here because of you. The point is, were they lucky? Were all these winners lucky? Again, I don't think so. It is not luck, but rather their mental focus, hard work, and dedication that got them to where they are today. No, they were not lucky. They deserved their win. They earned it. Ask all of them today how they did it, and you'll get the same answer. Right? Lots of hard work, lots of hard patience, lots of boring days at the pool or field or track, working to fine-tune their skills. It is estimated that it takes about 10 years or 10,000 hours of practice to really get you to that top ultra performance level. But again, you're here because of what you have been doing for many years, preparing you for veterinary school. Your family and friends can vouch for the long hours of study, hours of volunteering at the local veterinary clinic, hours of tagging along with the vet to do farm calls. You are here because you deserve to be here. Our admissions committee reviewed all your records and they agreed you deserve to be part of the class of 2024. So I'm telling you all this simply because the training is not over, right? Just like an Olympian, you still have some more refining to do. And in that process, I can assure you, most of you, or not all of you, will have times when you will question yourself. Do I really deserve to be here? Can I really do this? That's human nature. It happens to all of us. And Dr. Wesley mentioned, it's called the imposter syndrome. Right? And even myself have gone through that. And talk to any veterinarian. We all go through that at times. But again, I'm here to tell you again and again, you deserve to be here. It is not luck. So, go ahead and pinch yourself. Not too hard, but pinch yourself. Come on, I don't see you start pinching yourself, right? Did you feel it? Yeah, it's not a dream. It's real, right? For your parents, spouses, everyone else in the audience, do the same. Give yourself a small pinch. Don't hurt yourself. You don't have live loads, so please don't hurt yourself, right? But did you feel it too? And I can assure you that you now know that your child, your friend, your spouse, your significant other, your sibling, they did make it. It's not a dream. It's paying off. That hard work. Some of you might be saying, yes, finally. We've been waiting for this, right, for a long time. But the reality is that love and support you provided to them till now has helped them become successful. But as Dean Funk mentioned, we need you to continue to provide that love and support. Again, for our class, they deserve it. They've earned it. They need to own it. Now the fun part. We will be working together to do our best to prepare to become the best veterinarians you can be and live out your dream. The timing is right. The time is now. The future of veterinary medicine is bright as it's ever been. Students for the class of 24, I would ask you to take your phones, but probably shouldn't. It will disrupt you a little bit, right? But if you would take your phones out and you shared with your classmate on either side the first 2, 3, 4 pictures that you would have on your phone, what would they be? I bet you that if I went through your phones, I would find that there are many more pictures of your pets, animals, than pictures of your parents. Now, I won't ask you to show it because they're here, right? And you're still telling them your tough love, right? But the reality is, if I ask your parents the same question, they probably have more pictures of their pets. Okay? But that is today's reality. In our society, we love our animals. The U.S. pet industry is exploding and continues to grow. As we all have more disposable income, we're willing to do more to take care of our pets. And when I grew up, if I got my pet sick, we just got another pet. But if I asked you today, if your pet got sick, what would you be willing to pay to help them out? Today we have consumers that can admit chickens to the emergency room of a teaching hospital. Okay. Can you imagine that vet bill? Now, this trend is probably not going to be changing. And again, it's not a trend that only occurs in the U.S. This is a worldwide phenomenon. The need for veterinary care will continue to grow. The future of our profession is very bright. With their growth does come this responsibility. We must not get greedy. We need to be careful that we don't make pet ownership a luxury that's only available for those with financial needs. We need to be available and accessible for all animal owners for the good of all animals. This is true in equine. This is true in production animals as well. Our responsibilities continue to grow in the food animal industry as we look after the health and well-being of these animals, and as we ensure and secure a safe food supply so that we can feed our nation and our world. Society is just starting to recognize what we in veterinary medicine have known for many years. We play an integral role in public health, the One Health concept. This has been part of our veterinary oath for a long time. As food animal farms continue to consolidate and grow, the need for veterinary engagement continues to grow. Now our challenge becomes how to continue to support the small producer, just like we try to figure out how do we continue to support the pets in that small rural community. We will need to be creative and innovative to ensure that we can meet everyone's need in a sustainable manner. I truly believe the future of veterinary medicine is very bright, and your future is very bright. You have chosen to attend the University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine. Thank you for choosing us. We're delighted to have you, as it was mentioned, as the second class, historic class, to be accepted into our school. This is quite a special place. Our program is innovative and different. We're focused on training you to think, not just to memorize. We are currently the only college of veterinary medicine in the U.S. and likely the world that has designed their entire non-clinical training program to be based on active learning. As you experienced in orientation here this past week, we frequently use team-based learning, PBL, personal instruction, PI, to focus on the precious classroom time we have to problem solve rather than to lecture. This flipped classroom approach is designed to keep you engaged in learning rather than focus on the traditional lecture and memorization process. For the parents and audience that are maybe watching this or that are here present, I'm wondering, flipped classroom, what's that? Right? I will explain. The traditional approach of teaching is often to have a lecture and then provide some homework or additional reading for the students to work outside of the class. In a flipped classroom, we flip it. We do it the other way around. We have the students watch the lectures or do other pre-work ahead of time to prepare so that in the classroom, we focus on the application of the material. I.e., usually that's homework that we can't figure at home and we need help. We thought we got it until we try to apply it and then realize, oops, I guess I missed something. This is why we focus our time in the classroom. So we now have the advantage that you can apply those concepts with the instructor, so you have the full guidance and support in helping ensure you understand the concepts. Being a veterinary student is just like being an Olympian. In a full-time job, that requires a lot of time and energy every day. Yes, there's plenty of time to take a breath, and yes, there's the time to have some fun and relaxation. And yes, as Dr. Thompson mentioned, we need to take care of our personal care and mental well-being, because that is very important. We have a lot, and I mean a lot of material to cover. Just like the Olympians need a lot of practice for their muscles to become well-oiled machines so they can perform, veterinarians need their brains to be well-oiled to perform their best. Learning should be fun. It is even more fun and rewarding when right after graduation, you start practice and experience the miracles that you can perform in helping the health and well-being, not only of the animals, but of those owners that come with them. Now that you have proven you belong here, now that you have accepted that you've been accepted into our profession, now you can stop worrying about what is your GPA. Yes, I am the Dean of Academic Affairs, but you heard it right. Don't focus on your GPA. Focus on learning the material so you can save lives. Yes, you do have to pass all classes, but whether you got 100% or 92% on the exam, your patient and client don't really care. They just want you to help them. All you need to worry about from now on is to know that you know what you're doing. Focus on learning and doing your best. It is the knowledge you gain, not your GPA, that will help you succeed in life. Enjoy this time. Yes, it is challenging, but it will be memorable. Remember, all good things in life aren't easy. If they were easy, everyone would be doing it. You will develop a strong friendship bond with your classmates, as well as our faculty and our staff. We have top-notch, outstanding, and I mean outstanding, faculty and staff. They are focused on teaching, and they care about your success. We all want you to do your best so you can be the best you can be. We're here to support you at all times. We want you to succeed. You are our future. Thank you for choosing the University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine. We believe in you. That is why we have chosen you. Yes, you can do it. Class of 2024, you're now our veterinary Olympians. Congratulations again for your hard work in getting here. I wish you the very best. Make friends, learn a lot, enjoy the learning, keep that positive attitude. Keep that positive attitude. And keep your wonderful dreams alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ramirez. Another wonderful thing about the veterinary profession is there's a lot of support from all corners. And today, we're really grateful to thank Karina for sponsoring our stoles for the students today. Thank you. And so I'd like to welcome Dr. Shelly Adrian to the microphone to present the stoles. Thank you.
Well, hi. My name is Dr. Shelly Adrian. I'm a Senior Veterinary Communications Manager with Nestle Purina Pet Care. That's the small animal, Purina. We make food for dogs and cats. I'm also a general practitioner, and these chickens are resilient and they have a will to survive you would not believe. I now think of them as tiny velociraptors. Welcome to the very exciting journey that is veterinary medicine. Look around. You're going to learn so many things, and you're going to form some lifelong friendships with folks who will soon be respected colleagues. You'll learn to develop these relationships and form partnerships and teams. And that ability is going to help you throughout your career, no matter what area of veterinary medicine you pursue. You might be thinking, well, that's well and good, Shelly, but what does that have to do with pet food? Well, if you think about it, anytime you choose a food from a certain company to feed your pet, you're forming a partnership with that company. You're entrusting the health of your furry loved one to the expertise of that company and inviting them to be part of a team. We take that responsibility very seriously. That's why Nestle Purina, in a single day, conducts over 100,000 quality assurance and safety checks along North America alone. As a veterinarian, you will also learn to use food as part of a multimodal therapy protocol for your patients. So once again, creating a team that includes the company that makes that food. At Purina, we have over 500 scientists worldwide. That includes veterinary nutritionists, PhD nutritionists, PhDs in behavior that study palatability behaviors. So literally how dogs and cats taste their food. That's a thing. We strongly believe in optimum nutrition for all pets and in the innovation to lead the way with ever-advancing science. Speaking of innovation and ever-advancing science, the science of education is ever-advancing, and we're very proud to partner with the University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine. They have a very innovative program. It was right, you have outstanding faculty, administration, and staff to support you. We seek to be present on campus in the areas of nutrition, of course, but also when it comes to furthering that human-animal bond, wellness for people and their pets, including veterinary professionals and students, and community outreach. We believe that people and pets are better together. As we begin this partnership, we did sponsor these stoles to mark your first steps towards becoming a veterinarian. So hopefully you can see how important it is to have these trustworthy partnerships with companies and to have them be a part of your team. I'm eager to interact more with all of you and act as a resource for you, and I'm honored to be able to address you and welcome you warmly into the veterinary profession. Congratulations.
So those of you who are here joining, supporting our new class, one of the things they've worked on this week as part of their orientation is their class mission statement. So I'd like to welcome the representatives of the class of 2024 to share the mission statement that they've developed.
So for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Justin Smith.
And I'm Lauren Padilla.
So in writing this mission statement, there's actually 16 of us that joined together to be representatives for our class. So before we start, we'd like the 14 fellow members of our mission statement to please stand so we can recognize you as members who helped wrote this.
Truly, your support means a lot to everyone here, so thank you for coming.
So as we read this mission statement, we would like to ask our peers to read along with us. This is for all of us, and hopefully this represents a piece of us or us as a whole. So I'll go ahead and start that now. As the class of 2024 of the University of Arizona College of Veterinary Medicine, we declare a promise to ourselves and our communities and our peers. We respectfully acknowledge the University of Arizona is on the land of the territories of indigenous people, specifically the A'adam and the Pastor Yaqui nations. Our acknowledgement extends to the accomplishments of the veterinarians before us and the teachers that will continue to advance this profession. As a class, we strive to embody and uphold the pillars of diversity, compassion, ingenuity, integrity, and determination. These pillars will be the foundation that will support, encourage, and drive us through this lifelong journey. Diversity. We will celebrate the diversity of our individuality and cultivate the inclusive environment, for we cannot have diversity without inclusion. We will embrace collaboration and cooperation with other disciplines to advance the veterinary profession and the One Health movement. Compassion. We strive to be compassionate and active listeners, accepting accountability and responsibility in an effort to help those who need our assistance. We promise to serve, protect, and advocate for our communities. We will treat ourselves with a similar respect so that we may strive for personal wellness. This will allow us to cultivate an environment to practice at our highest potential.
Ingenuity. We are motivated to be dynamic in our approach to promote the advancement of science and push the boundaries of this profession. We will aim to be innovative leaders and teachers to generate a strong veterinary community. Integrity. We embrace and understand the privilege to practice veterinary medicine. Our integrity, honesty, and humility will show a consistent and unyielding devotion to strong moral and ethical principles and
and values. Determination. We are determined to be critical thinkers who can adapt and change as this profession evolves. It is our duty to honor and nurture the unique relationships between the environment, animals, and the human world. We will bear down with determination as we learn and grow from our mistakes. As the class of 2024, we promise to foster these core beliefs into who we are as both professionals and individuals. As true believers of progress, we are committed to portraying these values as we navigate our diverse field. We will evolve not only as veterinarians, but as future leaders. We make this declaration solemnly, freely, and upon our honor.
Okay, I know this is what everybody's waiting for, so this is the best part, where we get to introduce the class to you. So we'll get everybody set up here. So the staff will help direct you to the stage. I'm going alphabetically. I am going to do my very best with everybody's names. All right. Adriana Albury. Hooting and applause is okay. Calista Bowman. Abigail Berry. Jenna Brandkamp. Tori Brown. Laura Tegnetta. Isabella Carrara. Noemi Castaneda. Justice Chi. Mason Crawford. Morenzi Coran. Yeah, Curran. The last name. Curran. Mackenzie Curran. Lacey Dalton. Morgan Davis. Corinne Day. Monique Del Sorbo. Leanne Diss. Hannah Durance. I'll get there yet. Thank you, Justin. Justin Ezer. Tyron Fanova. Victoria Favorite. Cassandra Feitner. Louisa Fulton. Emily Fung. Marissa Gazzola. Amanda Gilliland. Sydney Gingras. Miranda Gonzalez. Nicholas Gonzalez. Christina DeHaan. Yaneli Gutierrez. Nicole Happa. Charles Haney. Kat Hanley. Kayla Hope. Sydney Irish. Holly Jansen. Brennan Jones. Brooke Carney. Christy Kennedy. Shelby King. Alex Kissel. Samantha Yelsberg. Jessica Kozlowski. Jan Levante. Jillian Lacroix. Shelby Lugada. Kimberly Lewis. Delaney Maddox. Andrew Mason. Eileen McCarthy. Matthew McCarty. Jacob Melser. Abby Lee Meneses. Madeline Basaros. Danielle Messner. Monica Mikes. Haley Miller. Sarah Morales. Brianna Morgan. Callie Mirren. Francesca Nunez. Alex Odell. Karina Ordonez. Kaylee Euler. Lauren Padilla. Vanessa Padilla. Cameron Parker. Melissa Patel. Jeannie Perez. Alyssa Rankin. Katie Rexius. Taylor Reynolds. Jasmine Riley. Kristen Rios. Kelsey Roberts. Brianne Rodriguez. Sage Rose. Salan Ruiz. Ashley Sembach. Ashley Shepard. Zandrea Simpson. Brittany Skopek. Sierra Smith. Justin Smith. Sarah Smith. Thank you. Garrett Steinbroner. Caitlin Sutton. Cindy Swinstead. Mickey Takahiro. Sally Thurner. Chase Timmons Scott.
All right, Chase!
Ashley Senning. Elizabeth Tucker. Ashley Avenius. Tara Belchuk. Carolina Walden. Andrew Wanis. Lainey Wells. Whitney West. Nathaniel Witter. Margaret Williams. Travis Williams. And Brian Youth. So before we wrap up the evening, I just want to take some time to acknowledge the people who brought this together. As I said, no one ever has any accomplishment alone. So first and foremost, I want to thank Katie Berenson. So Katie, if you can kind of bring your, I was going to ask you to stay there. College of Veterinary Medicine team who helped today, if you'd say stand up as well. big day for us. We're as excited as you are. We really appreciate everyone coming together again as a community to help make this event happen. It means a lot to us. So you've heard several times today, we might be a little biased about this profession. I do believe it to be the world's best profession, and I have the wonderful privilege of being in it and being part of a college who helps bring others to the profession. I'm incredibly excited to watch your growth over the next 3 years. I can't wait to welcome you all back for the graduation in August of 2024. It'll come around really soon, and boy, that's a great day to keep a vision in front of you. Some days, I'll just tell you a little thing that I do. Like some days when I'm watching you in class, I just envision you, and I envision the day when we get to say doctor in front of those names I just said, and it's so awesome. I get super excited. Just let you know, I do that when I see you working in the hallway, we have a little conversation, and then I walk away and go, so I can't wait to have that. Finally, I just, again, want to say we're so grateful that you chose to join Wildcat Nation and be part of this College of Veterinary Medicine. We do have just a great community, wonderful faculty and staff, an inaugural class that was so excited for you to be here. I've shared with you earlier, I think they're a little lonely. They're really looking forward to having more students in the college, and we're so excited to be able to be in the building for more of your classes this year. So it just does bring a lot more life to the college. So you're really important from that standpoint as well. We're just so excited to have you and have you bring all of your energy and what you're going to bring to the profession. So before I turn you loose to just enjoy conversations, meet a few of your faculty that are here, have some socialization around a little bit of treats, I just have two really important things to say. Bear down.